Hey, welcome to this video. You arrived here, you're probably searching for a view of Chairish. So I'll go over how it works, give you my 2 cents, whether I think it's a good use of your time. And if you'd like my free training on the #1 simplest, fastest way to earn a full-time income from home, you can click the link below. You'll see my email opt-in page. And on your best email, I can send you my free training if you want. Chairish, let's dive in. So what it is, basically, it's a marketplace that allows you to sell your vintage and antique furniture, decor, I always trouble pronouncing that word, and other household items. So vintage, if you don't know, it just means items that are generally at least 20 to 30 years old. Antique means 100 years or older. And you can sell items that are newer than that. It's just like, so maybe you have a chair that's 10 years old, but it's still pre-owned, and it's not this sort of mass-produced item that looks like it could just belong in any modern office setting. So your items need to have this sort of vintage, unique style to it. And you could sell everything from sofas to benches, dining tables, lighting, art, baskets. I mean, there's a huge variety on here. So, and just by scrolling through their homepage, you can kind of get an idea of what their clientele is looking for. So new arrivals, previews. I think these people have probably paid a bit of money to be shown on here, but to promote their listings. So, and you could do the same. You'll notice each of these listings has the background missing, and all the listings are like that. Chairish will automatically remove the background on your main photo, just your main photo when you upload it. And just to keep things consistent, I guess, for the buyer. And they also have an app you can download. They mention that down here on the Apple Store. So if you have an iOS device, and the cool feature for buyers, not sellers, but buyers, if you also wanted to buy on here, this is good to know as well. You can actually try the item, see how it would look, try the item, see how it would look in your living room or your dining room or wherever in the house. And it's kind of like playing The Sims, but in real life. So I thought that feature was pretty cool. I've never seen that before. And now if you go to Chairish's About page, they talk about how they've won numerous awards. You could see who owns it. And they created the platform essentially to fill a gap in the marketplace of home decorators who are looking for high-end, yet colorful and bold home furnishings and art. So it's unique in that regard. They've been around since 2013. They have a 4.4-star rating on verified reviews, and they've sold over 734,000 items have been sold on this platform. So if you're wondering, is Chairish legit? Yes, it's a legit platform. Now, if you're interested in selling, the sign-up process is pretty straightforward. It's free to sign up. There's a couple paid memberships, but I think most people are just, they want the free membership. So that's consignor or professional. The only difference between consignor and professional is, with professional, you need 10 plus active listings. And the advantage of having that is you get the fee lowered from 40% down to 22% or 30%. So if you have 10 plus listings. Now, you might think to yourself, oh, that doesn't really seem fair. Why are they taking such a huge fee? Well, keep in mind, Chairish is going to be doing a lot of the heavy lifting for you as the seller. They'll handle the shipping. You don't have to pay for that. It's covered by the buyer, and they'll organize all that. And Chairish also handles the payments, so you don't have to go chasing customers. They won't charge you for listing your items like other platforms. And the quality of the traffic on here, the buyer traffic, something a lot of people don't maybe talk about. The traffic quality is quite high. Buyers on here are fairly affluent, another word I'm having trouble with. They don't mind paying higher prices than normal, and they're specifically looking for vintage items. And it's just a much more qualified buyer than you'd find on, say, an Etsy or a Facebook marketplace. But to sign up, I won't bore you with the details of signing up. It's pretty straightforward. You just go to the top right-hand corner and submit your email address, and then when you're logged in, the main dashboard area is kind of the settings. So we'll go to settings, and you want to add a photo, and you also want to fill out your name, and your address. Now, no one can see your address. It won't be publicly available, but they can see your city and your name and your photo. And you want that on there because it just makes you look more trustworthy, more likely to make sales. And then to create a listing, all you do is create listing. And you want a descriptive title in there. The category, you could even have multiple categories if you want. And take some photos. You could simply use your iPhone if you want. That would be the easiest way to take photos, and just upload them to your computer. And then they say side view, front view, primary, back. These are just suggestions. You don't have to do it this way if you don't want to, but they know what works. I would hope so. Now, and then a description. Generally, the more adjectives you can use in the description, the better. And with the photos, make sure to take from, again, multiple angles. Make sure the lighting is good. Lighting is quite important. I've learned that from filming. But it's the same with photos. And I would actually go through, and there's more things you can fill out here. I would go through the Create a Listing article in their Help Center, and that will take you through exactly, the process of creating a listing, because you want to make sure you get it right the first time, because they will, you need to wait for them to approve your listing before it's actually live. And that can take up to 4 days. And you don't want to be going back and forth with them, right? I'm assuming you want to get it approved the first time. So it's better to go through this article first, or as you're creating the listing, and just make sure you're in line with what their policies, right? Or what they're looking for. So you'd create a listing, and then once you created a listing, it's just a matter of playing the waiting game. You'd wait for a prospect to make an offer to you, and you could accept that offer. And then Chairish would have their third-party delivery service come pick up the item from your home. If it's a large item, if it's a smaller item, you would print their shipping label and you would drop it off at the UPS store. And they get into more detail on shipping down here as well. So it depends on the size, and also where the buyer lives, where they live across the country, or because in some cases they can come pick it up. So I would just go through here. They explain in great detail. But now once it's arrived at the buyer's home, you would be paid via PayPal or direct deposit, usually within 48 hours. And that's kind of how it works in a nutshell. So all in all, it's a completely legitimate platform, Chairish. Are you going to be able to turn this into a real income, like a business or a side hustle? I would say very unlikely. Just because, first of all, eventually you're going to run out of items to sell, right? Unless you're going to do retail arbitrage. That's where you go into flea markets and other places and you buy and then try and sell them, maybe refurbish them and sell them for a higher price. But I wouldn't recommend that. The second reason I don't see this being a very good side hustle is I don't see a huge demand for vintage items. Now, in their Chairish's retail report, there's resale report. They sound very optimistic. Like they give all these statistics about how there's huge demand, but I'm not seeing it. I mean, just look around. Statistics don't tell you the whole story. I mean, just look around where you live. Ask yourself how many people are buying new homes, 2 or 3 bedroom homes, and filling them with, furniture. I'm not seeing it. I've tried selling furniture in the past, and you're lucky if you can give it away for free. Just most of the time it just ends up going to the garbage dump. So that's kind of my opinion on selling vintage and antique items. Don't expect anything for them. If you can make a few dollars here and there, great, but just don't expect much from it. So that's kind of it. It is a legitimate platform. You could check it out if you want. But look, maybe you're here not necessarily because you want to be earning maybe, $30 here, $50 there. If you're lucky, maybe you want to earn real money. I'm talking $30, $50, $100 an hour plus from the comfort of your own home and earn it consistently and reliably. If that's the case, what I suggest is click the link below. You'll see my email opt-in page. Enter your best email. I can send you my free training on the simplest and fastest way to earn a full-time income from home that I know of, at least. And that's it. I hope you enjoyed this review. I hope to see you on the other side, and I hope you have a great day. Bye.